Happy Sunday afternoon. It's night. It's 8 p.m. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy and Frames Women's Best Ball Tournament. We have got the Mina Kimes division. It is in full swing right now. Tonight, I am joined by the lovely and talented Miss Charlene Erickson. She is drafting in the 5 spot. And no, that is not the Unabomber down there. That is Luigi. Back. He can't get enough of us.
Another day, another costume, and we're gonna get to the end here and pick the best. But yeah, I'm here. I got a question before you get. Yeah. Did you get Mina Kimes' permission to use her name? Are we going rogue here? Am I in a possible lawsuit if I continue this?
No, I did not reach out to Mina. But we decided to name all of our divisions in honor of an influential woman in football, and so I figured I think she would be on board with it. I think we would have her full support if I had to guess. Oh man, how are you guys doing tonight? Good. Have a good Sunday. Have a good weekend.
Good. Yeah. It's I mean, it's always Sunday scaries for over here, but yeah, it's I'm excited to talk ball for an hour.
That's right.
Me too.
Let's go, Charlene. We'll do your pick in just a second. I'm gonna go real quick just to remind everybody. If you guys are watching online, throw your comments on into the chat. Please hang out, join us there tonight, guys. We've got this is our fourth or fifth. Hang on, this is our fifth draft of the best ball tournament. Just a reminder that we have got 7 divisions, 84 women are drafting in this tournament. It is best ball. It is hosted over on the FFPC platform. So a huge shout out to them. Thank you for making this happen and putting this together and everything and letting us have a great platform where we can draft on. And yeah, FFPC rules. So tight end premium. We're going to do a 20-man roster tonight for you guys, single QB. So we've got a lot of Melissas in this draft. I wanted to bring that to everyone's attention. I'm going to go through and name all the drafters here in a second. But we have 3 Melissas over here. So I don't know. We may have to rename this the Melissa division. If Mina has an issue with it being named after her, we'll just rename it the Melissa division. But real quick, I just want to tell you guys, shout out to everybody who is drafting. So I want to go down the list here. We have got our Fantasy and Frames founder, Jorge Edwards. His lovely wife, Melissa, is kicking it off at number 1. We have got Jen Eakins at number 2. Our second Melissa, that's going to be Melissa Barker. She is at number 3. We've got Nicolette at 4. Charlene's at 5. Bethany Peters is at 6. Bethany might be joining us a little bit later tonight. The wonderful Wendy Early is at 7, taking Trey McBride. Then we've got Britt Flynn. She has got the 8th pick. Then we've got Rhea. She's new to the draft this year. My Aunt Sandy is drafting at number 10, taking Brock Bowers.
Yeah, she is. She is.
So we got our Melissa number 3. We have got Melissa Harris. You guys know her as Sniper Mel. And bringing up the 12th spot there is Sam Sled. Let's take a look. We just finished up the first round. Any surprises in this first round for you guys? It looks pretty good, pretty standard, pretty, following along with what I'm seeing so far.
It makes our start look the other day pretty great when we went purple like that. Look, I mean, one goes 7, one goes 10 there. So it makes ours look pretty cool that we got the other day when we did it.
It does.
Yeah, a little bit more. We saw, I think, last episode, we saw St. Brown fall into the second. And H-Jan, I think, fell down. So, yeah, a little bit of a different board and a little bit more even, I think, than the last couple have been.
Yeah, I think so. If you guys weren't here for the last draft, we had to jump in real quick and draft for somebody who got really sick at the, right before the draft on the 12th spot. And we decided to get a little crazy. And what was it, Lou? We were pounding the purple.
I definitely said it wrong, but I think it's better. I think whatever. I know it's a different saying, but I'm gonna go with that one from now on.
Yeah, we're absolutely trademarking that. We went McBride and Bowers because why not? It's tight end premium. Come on,
it's fun and unique. And
exactly.
That's gonna be the name of my autobiography.
It's fun and unique.
That's it.
Mine is going to be, well, that didn't work. That's going to be the best.
Mine's gonna be you tried really hard.
Charlene, do you have a name of your biography?
Oh, winging it. that is probably I just flying by the seat of my pants.
Oh man. Guys, again, thanks for everybody who's hanging out with us tonight and joining us there in the comments and in the chat. Just a reminder, if you missed the cutoff to get in for the tournament and you still want to draft with us, or if you know somebody who would like to draft, we still have that standby list going. So I need 4 more ladies to join in, and I will open up an 8th division. We'll make that a slow draft. So, if you hate live drafts, if you'd rather do a slow draft this early in the season, maybe this is for you. Let me know. Our DMs are open. So send us a message. Let us know. But yeah, that might be the lowest I've seen Derrick Henry go. Here to Melissa Barker at the 3rd. Melissa number 2.
Yeah, the whole Jefferson, and I think she got a good value there on the 5 pick with London. Like both those picks are really really good, and Henry's a good value too. Yeah,
definitely. So this
first
one,
time
sorry.
No, I was gonna say I think that's the first time I've seen CeeDee Lamb fall out of the first round, but just barely.
Yeah, I think so, because I think even in my draft, I went like double Cowboys, double Dallas, and picked CD and George Pickens with that. So I think Pickens, but I was the 11th spot, so I definitely got Pickens in the 2nd. But what do you guys think? Because this looks pretty even with wide receiver / running back here. Do you guys think it's going to be more, like we're going to see more heavier running back builds this year versus, like in the past, like everybody's kind of gone, pretty heavy receiver right off the bat?
I gotta say, I was on that heavy receiver bandwagon last year, and that did not serve me well at all.
No.
And so if everybody else wants to stay on that path, more power to you. I can't do it again.
We should start like a 0 RB anonymous or something like that, and just be like, yes, my name is Stacey, and I do like to draft in the yellow.
I didn't even go full 0 RB, and I still feel like I really hurt myself going heavy wide receiver.
Last year was a tough year to do that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I believe we've talked about this a few times here over the last few episodes, just that I kind of feel similar. The top running backs are just there's such a big tier fall off after like the top 12 that it's just they become more valuable than that wide receiver 10 to 30 range. That's probably the same tier. So I think it's just I've found my way to probably 2 running backs in the first 3 rounds almost 70% of the time.
Yeah. All right. So we're in the 3rd round right now. We've got Nico Rishi Rice. Ken Walker go in the 3rd. Nicolette's up right now. Charlene, you're on deck. What are you thinking here? Like, where do you think you might go?
I am unsure. I'm trying to see what everything looks like right now since I'm up next.
You can see what Nicolette does. She's got 6 seconds. This is nice. So this is a 60-second clock, so it does give you a little bit of time to kind of think through and look at the board and go through your queue here before.
Yeah.
Those 2, Lou, I haven't done an underdog draft yet this year. I'm a little embarrassed to say. Like, are you doing them on there, or where are you doing all your best balls? Because those are like
I'm mostly on underdog. Okay. I do a lot of DraftKings too, but I'm mostly on underdog. I've done a few FFPCs, but mostly on underdog.
Nice.
I'm pretty much.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'm pretty close to maxed out on the big board in there. So I've done roughly, I think we set it about 150 drafts or something.
Oof. There you go. All right, Charlene, going to get Colston Loveland. Do we think that he's like, are we all on board with him being the tight end 3 this year?
Yeah.
I like what I saw.
Yeah.
Towards the second half of last year. So
no, I agree. He's I think he's the clear cut 3. I think there's now like a pretty decent tier cut in between him and Warren, who I think should be tight end 4. And that's a really good pick there. I mean, good value there. I think he could easily be justified in the second round. Couple names I thought of there that I'm interested to see how far they fall back. I'll mention them when they do. But yeah. I like Loveland a lot there.
Yeah, so it took me the full clock to pull the trigger on that one almost.
It's okay. I'm glad you brought up Tyler Warren, because I actually had this conversation with someone the other day about Warren and like, does his situation with Pittman, going to Pittsburgh, does that help? Who does that help most? Because I know you, Louis, you and I talked about a lot about Josh Downs being the big beneficiary from that. Like, I'm not sure that it really changes anything for Warren. I think he was still going to get his regardless of whether or not Pittman was still there. So I don't know.
I think he is. I think he's really good. I don't think that move is going to help him at all. Specifically, like I said, I like the Downs uptick a little bit more. But I mean, he should be slotted in. I think he's slotted in right at tight end 4. I just think it's that next tier down. But just with the uncertainty of like when Daniel Jones is going to come back, how he's going to look when he comes back, those are all a little bit scary things, and enough to make Loveland, a tier ahead.
Yeah. Our first QB off the board, third round.
He was one of the guys I was thinking about that Cheyenne went there. I was wondering when he was going to go, and that's been a kind of a wild card. Whenever that first, some people we've seen him go, I think, as early as the first round the other day, and we've seen him in the second round. So that's a good value on Josh, I think. Yeah,
I think so too. Charlotte, like, where do you guys? Is this like the end of round 3? Is that where we feel comfortable, like, starting if we're gonna go with a Josh Allen or whoever we think the number 2 quarterback? What, maybe Lamar? Do we think Lamar is number 2?
Yeah, Lamar is probably 2, I would say. But I'm not. I mean, I know everybody thinks it's a Bills bias, but I have Josh pretty heavy, and like, if I don't get Josh, I'm pretty much fading the top QBs. So, but I think he's justifiable all the way at like 3-1 because of I truly believe he's head over heels whoever QB2 turns out to be.
Yeah, I tend to agree. And this is like, if you're going to go with that elite quarterback, I think this is where I would feel comfortable doing it. What do you think, Charlene? Do you feel good in the third round, or would you push it?
Yeah, no, I feel good about that. I mean, drafting from the 5, I was tempted, but I just felt like it was way too early. I like the end of the third, though. I think that's kind of the right spot to start making QB moves.
Yeah, I mean, you could even do some fun things a little bit later, I think.
Yeah.
With who you got on your team right now.
Yeah.
I'm skipping ahead in the show sheet just a little bit, but this is going to be kind of fluid. We're going to go back and forth because I just wanted to kind of bring that up. So, like, is it a stack if it's not a wide receiver quarterback? Does it count if it's a like quarterback, running back, quarterback, tight end? Does it still count as a stack? I need to know the rules here.
I think it counts as a stack. I look at it differently. I feel like there needs to at least be a quarterback, but there doesn't necessarily need to be a wide receiver. It could be a quarterback, running back. It could be a quarterback, running back, tight end. But I think to officially call it a stack, I think a quarterback should be involved.
You have to have a quarterback. That is the one part the one position you've got to have. So no, like, wide receiver, running back stacks. You can't do that. That does not count.
I mean, you'll see a lot of them because of people that like start it and then get sniped on their quarterback. So you'll see, a lot of situations where a team will end up with like 3 or 4 guys on the same team, but then they get sniped on their QB at some point. And so you will see it, but I don't think anybody's doing that on purpose.
Yeah. So I like what Steph said here in the chat. Team correlation can still be beneficial. So like, let's say you do get sniped, right, on your quarterback, and is that a way that you can kind of recover, maybe try to like pivot a little bit? Like if you were like, okay, well, I don't get the quarterback, but like the other night, like when I went a little weird one, Dallas, and took a Pickens and a CeeDee Lamb, I got sniped on Dak later. Yeah. So I didn't get that, but I guess I could have maybe gone, if I was really all in on Dallas, I could have gone in with some other guys a little bit later.
Yeah. Like Steph says, I mean, it's still, you're still getting whatever, a big majority of a great offense, you're still hitting, and you got, it's not like that's your only quarterback. You'll have other quarterbacks to like make up that difference. So, I think it's good to bet on specific offenses and try to build your teams around them as much as possible.
Yeah, I feel bad, Louis. When I was making the show sheet this afternoon, I was like, oh my God, like everyone that I'm sending him, it's like the same thing. Like we're talking about the same stuff over and over. I was trying to think of like, okay, maybe should we just like do a little bit more, like best ball strategy tonight, kind of get into that. Because I think in our other podcasts, we've been talking about like players so much, like we haven't really gotten to as much of the strategy part, I don't think. All right. So we're ending the 4th right now. We've got 2 more picks in the 4th, but Charlene, I like what you've got going on there with Drake London and Devontae Adams.
Yeah, Devontae was a little bit of a panic pick, but I kind of went through to see what was happening with the wide receivers, and as soon as I saw that he was still there, I just went, well, okay, I guess that's my answer. I was not leaning towards another wide receiver, but he kind of swayed my decision there.
I don't hate it. I mean, I love Devontae Adams anyway, so like you're never gonna get me to be upset about taking him.
Fun fact, I actually have my daughter signed up for his flag football camp that he does in Palo Alto.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, that would be super fun. I see Melissa over here, speaking of stacking on the turn, goes with Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. That's nice. Yeah,
I like that one spot. I don't think we've talked about him, you and me, in any of the 17 podcasts we've done together in the last 3 weeks. But I'm not big on Nico Collins, and that's just a name there. And the one I was like, oh yeah, I like that team, but like Nico, what you have any thoughts on like what that looks like? My thoughts are just with Tank Dell coming back, and maybe he had chemistry with Stroud. That I think Higgins emerges a little bit. You have any thoughts on that?
I mean, so I think I've always really liked Nico Collins and liked drafting him. And then it's been like really kind of to my detriment, right? Because it's not really worked out for at least where I've taken him. I don't think it's talent wise at all, because I think that he's super talented. I think it's just, like he's had a lot of things going on. There was weird offensive stuff going on in Houston, injuries, that whole thing, was really kind of plagued him. But you're right. I mean, Tank Dell, should hopefully be coming back this year. He and CJ Stroud famously hit it off at the combine. Stroud was really instrumental in getting the front office in Houston to draft Tank Dell. So I hope that, and I just liked him as a player anyway. When I was like, that was when I was first starting to like kind of get into doing like a lot of the podcasting. And so like Tank Dell was just like one of my faves. And he's just kind of always been. So I do hope that he comes back this year and is playing kind of at the level where he left off, a couple of years ago. I guess has it been almost 2 years now?
Yeah.
1.5. Yeah, that's crazy. But anyway, he did have great chemistry with CJ Stroud, and hopefully that's the same. But they just have so many good role players there now too. We really like Higgins, was great. Now they've got David Montgomery there too, Woody Marks. So I think they're building like a really nice, offense there in Houston. I think we'll have Colby Conway will be on with us for our next draft later this week. And he's a big Houston Texans fan. So I'm sure he'll have a lot to say about that. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's one of those where like you can't hold grudges in fantasy, but I don't know. I don't know if I can trust it. This will probably be the year if I don't take Nico that he'll go off.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be everything that we've always hoped it would be. You know, that's usually what happens.
I should have known that a Washington 4-5 stack was because Jorge was whispering sweet nothings into his wife's ear. I should have known. I was like, who would take Jaden Daniels? That's right. Jorge's involved. All right. I get it now.
Melissa stepped away from the computer and Jorge was messing with her cue. No, we're just kidding.
He didn't step away. He probably grabbed the keyboard and ran away.
He snatched it out of her hands. We're taking Jaden Daniels. Oh my
He's
goodness.
on the online app, like sniping her. Like he's on his phone sniping her. That's really funny. That's awesome.
He's Jorge, you're sitting downstairs, you know, like you're just on the app, just like filling the queue with like all the she's gonna have like Ben Sinat here in a little bit too.
That's so funny.
Oh my goodness. There was Lamar. Look at that in the 5th round, Bethany. I feel like that's really good value after.
Yeah, I almost went Lamar.
Yeah, that's pretty good value because I think he should break into the 2 spot here.
And he had a little bit of a weird season last year, but you know.
I feel like every time I take Lamar, I get burned. Like, I swear to God, every time I have ever drafted him, because I don't draft him that much, every time I've drafted him going, all right, like I've seen it, he's good, we're going to do this. That's the time that he just...
he's like constantly getting... Jorge's been banished to the basement. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Oh, Louis, do you have a player like that? Do you have one that like whenever you take him, it inevitably leads to like just fantasy dismay, distress for you?
I just keep too much of a portfolio that like, you know, nobody going down kind of hurts because I own everybody. But I'll say this, not owning Derrick Henry has hurt me the last couple of years, specifically last year, where it eliminated like 90% of my week 17 or week 16 best ball teams that were still alive because he had that monster week.
A couple years ago that Jamar Chase did the Triple Crown, right? Now 2 seasons ago?
Yes.
So I wouldn't go anywhere near him that year because remember that was the year that Burrow had the weird wrist injury, right? That everybody was freaking out about, and I was definitely on board freaking out about that. And I wouldn't touch him, Chase, Burrow, nothing. Would not touch any of them. That
my
didn't go well for me.
I usually spread out the people I do like in my in my portfolio, but I take some pretty hard stands against the ones I don't. I have 0% maybe of like 20 of the top 120 guys. Like it's too much probably.
Oh,
I'm
Charlene,
the same way.
Caleb. I was hoping you would get Caleb to go with Colson Loveland.
I literally just put him at the top of my queue.
She got you. I didn't mean to interrupt you. It just happened right there. And I was like, oh, we have to address it.
Literally just put him at the top of my queue. And that is how that is how these things go.
Yeah. That's okay though. You can pivot. You can go get Tua later to go with Drake London.
Totally.
Yeah. Go get Michael Penix. You know, it'll be fine.
I know Steph and my portfolio last year knows it too. After Derrick Henry murdered me, that was like, wasn't that like Christmas Eve too or something? It was like the Henry game it was a holiday thing. It was I know it was like a night game. I was at a bar. There was way too many people, and I was crying. So it was awkward and weird, but.
It's always those like holiday games, right? Remember when Kamara went off when he had like it was a 6 touchdown game?
Yeah.
That was Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. I know it was a Christmas game.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Anybody though? So wait, so who are your Louis? You said you'd had like how many guys that you don't have any
Probably
percentage
like 20 guys I can and like the top 120. I just take some. I don't think I have 0 CD. I have 0 Henry. I'm trying to think of like the top guys. 0 Lamar probably and 0 Daniels for sure, because like I said, if I miss out on Allen, I'm fading QB pretty much. I like a lot of the back end QB value this year. I think Cam Ward can make a big jump. You know, whoever you want to guess wins that Atlanta job, which I'm betting on Tua, but like, you know, that's like last pick value. I mean,
oh man, I like Mel gets in the chat here to defend her auto draft of Romeo Dubs. They're in the 6th round.
I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it, by the way. I mean,
no,
maybe like 2 rounds later, maybe, but that I like Dubs the player a lot. So
yeah,
that does suck. We've all been there.
Totally. You know what though? You know what happened to me last year was that like I was in this one of my home league drafts and I was on Sleeper and I forgot who I even meant to take and it ended up not auto drafting, but I hit, you know, like draft too fast and it took Javonte Williams. And I was really annoyed about that. I was like, oh, I don't want Javonte Williams, you know, like I didn't want any part of that. And it ended up he was like a huge reason why I won that league.
I was so excited about him. I was so excited about him and it paid off.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and you know, you got exceptional value for him if you drafted him last year. So, I mean, he's going obviously a lot higher this year than he was then. So, but
I lose my mind when I accidentally auto draft. Like I will, and like a true narcissist does, I blame everybody else. I'll call up the cable company and be like, tell them that I need $5 credit because their internet cost me an underdog draft. Don't they know how important it is?
You cost me $3 million.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, all right, listen, the entry was $10, but you probably cost me $1 million. I'll settle for $25.
Yeah.
I'll settle right
here.
Here. That sounds like a deal.
Oh, that's funny. All right. I mean, you know, David Montgomery, I like this. I like that a lot. I think that's a good bet. Like if you were interested in waiting a little bit on, you know, running back or your second running back, I like David Montgomery here. He's one that I'm like, I don't know, it might be to my detriment, but I'm super high on him this year in Houston now.
Same. And hopefully not to our detriment.
Right. Hopefully not.
No, I love Montgomery this year. I think that's a really good pick. And for some reason, I feel like he should be up around or so. And he just hasn't. He steamed up quite a bit, obviously, after the signing, but I thought he would steam up another round or so. And he has stayed behind some guys that I would definitely not draft before him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't feel like that was a reach at all.
That's a good one.
No. Like, so tournaments like this, like it's hard, you know, like, cause there's really not an ADP for our specific tournament. I've just been kind of like looking at like what Fantasy Mojo has for the ADP for the FFPC, like their best ball tournaments. That's kind of what I've been, you know, kind of taking a look at for this, but like, do you guys, what are your thoughts on ADP like this early in the season before we have the, you know, the draft, before we know landing spots, before, you know, the trades have kind of shaken out? Like, is it something that you're really paying attention to, or are you just kind of, you know, seeing where things fall in your particular draft while you're drafting it?
After you, Charlene.
I usually have like a general idea, but I mostly just kind of wait and see how things fall, how other people are drafting, because you could have the best laid plans, but you know, if somebody goes on a quarterback run or, you know, a wide receiver run or whatever, like your plans just change in an instant. So I don't like to be totally set in my plans. That usually comes back to burn me. So
no, I think needing to be able to adapt to the draft, I think is a super important thing. So I think when you try to go in with some form of plan, it usually doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So when
especially
it comes
when
to
you don't know the people you're drafting with.
Right.
But I really do try to. I don't mind overdrafting my stacks. I do. We've talked about this a lot, and people have asked, what I really do try to have my top QB with his, 2 of his top 3 targets. So I will overdraft a little bit, especially like when you're on the ends and there's a guy, you're 6-1 or something like that, and there's a guy that goes in the mid 7th. I don't mind if that's the guy I need for my stack. If I know I'm not going to get him to fall back, like I don't get greedy with that. I think you can stretch a round or two if it fits your structure.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in the 7th round. We just started the 7th. Just a reminder, 20 rounds here. Single QB. So the roster, the way that it looks, is going to be obviously quarterback, 2 running back, 2 receiver, 2 flex, and a tight end. So I see here, who is that? Jen? Jen's got Fannin and Gadsden. Like, she could theoretically, like, start both of those guys in her lineup every week. Not that she's, like, picking who gets started because this is best ball, but...
Yeah, but I like that team a lot.
I do. So if you were, like, inclined to, like, maybe go in a tight... Because this is a tight end premium, like, with some, go a little early on your tight end. Nobody's doing that here in this draft. We've done it in other drafts, but like maybe if you were going to go a little bit early with your tight ends and maybe grab a couple of your elite ones that are really going to produce, that are going to get you those PPR points as well. There's definitely nothing wrong with that, right? Would you guys be like, would that be like a kind of a favorite build in a format like this?
I mean, with tight end premium, I think, I find myself going this year more so elite at the running back, wide receiver positions and trying to push tight end and quarterback because there's a lot of value there. But I go with that mindset. But then I think those top 5 guys like Warren or like McBride through Fannin. I don't have Kraft or Pitts over Fannin. I have Fannin as like my number 5. I think that top 5, there is like enough justification. Then when they're around some of these guys that I told you are like not draft guys for me, then I end up taking them, and even though that wasn't my intention. We were talking about how good the 2 team looks. I really like that, but like Rashee Rice, again, one of my no draft guys. So Chase Brown, I'm seeing another guy in there. Like that's another guy at 0. So, but I like how she built the team. If that's another wide receiver there, I like how that 2 is built.
Yeah. What do you guys think? This is not on the show sheet. This is just me thinking out loud. Like we're having so many tight ends now, like rookie tight ends coming out and having immediate impacts in their team, like Levin last year, Warren. I'll go all the way back to like Sam Laporta. Do you think that is like more so the trend with tight ends, that we're gonna just keep seeing that? It's not like before, when it was after Sam Laporta's year, everybody, even like I know for sure me was like, well, not everybody's gonna have a Sam Laporta rookie kind of year, but like now it seems like they are all having those kind of years. So like, it kind of makes me not as afraid to take a tight end early, like especially a rookie one.
Yeah. Did you? I
don't really. I ended without a question. I just ended.
No, that's right. But I'll just piggyback. I'm sorry. I was waiting for her to start. No, I'll piggyback off of that as saying like I think the biggest difference is that tight ends nowadays are more built for receiving, and these guys that are elite receivers are not being asked to come in and learn both sides of the ball, blocking and receiving. They're being used more specifically in a passing role. So I think there's a quicker route to success for guys now because of that. And teams are not needing them to be in line as much anymore and things like that, and design them to be used differently. So I think that's pretty much the biggest difference on why you're seeing that trend. And I would fully expect it to continue.
Yeah.
I think Sadiq's going. I mean, I think he's like tight end. I mean, he's not being taken right yet, so whatever. I always do this, but I mean, I think he, is right around. He could be a top 10 guy easily for me, if he goes to the right spot. Which, again, we've mentioned a few times, seems like a bad kept secret, and this should be the Panthers.
You know where I heard him linked though the other day? I can't remember what show I was listening to, but I heard him linked to the 49ers.
Really?
It's not the dumbest thing because Kittle is on the older end and coming off of another injury. So it's not the craziest place.
No, I mean, I was like, oh, I hadn't really thought about him going there, but I mean, that would make sense. I think there's a couple spots where he could go where he would make, a pretty good impact there. I like the Panthers too, though.
Yeah, I think he's just a huge. I mean, we talked about this, I think, in one of the episodes, like, where does Njoku go? Yeah. And that I think is like harder to decide because I think people have money invested in veterans right now at the tight end position besides Carolina and Miami. So I think those are like the only two spots for a guy like Njoku. But I think that expands when you talk about Sadiq because of his age, because he's on an entry-level contract, and because of how great he should be. I think almost any team can justify it,
Yeah.
Maybe outside of Arizona and Las Vegas.
All right, guys. 8th round. We've got, let's see. My Aunt Sandy takes her second QB and Justin Herbert there. I like that because she's got Hurts and Herbert now, and she stacked Hurts with AJ Brown. So that's nice there. I really like the Chargers offense. I'm like, we have not talked about this on the show, on any of our drafts yet. How excited are we for Mike McDaniel to be with the Chargers now? Are you guys excited?
It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch, if nothing else.
Yeah, I'm super stoked about it. I think I'm really, really high on their offense. The only thing that sucks about it right now is it's really hard to decide what's going to happen in that wide receiver room. Mm-hmm. With they should definitely add one in the draft. Keenan Allen's still unsigned, probably isn't coming back. Is Quentin Johnson going to just keep on defying all odds and being better than and being better than his ADP because no one wants to draft him? What happens with Trey Harris? I loved Trey Harris last year, and then he just never really got a chance. But in the couple games he got later in the year, he looked pretty decent. So, does he step into a more prominent role there? So it's tough to kind of play with the back end stacks there because they could be zeros, but I really love their offense.
Because that would be good. I mean, like you said, like the back end stacks are getting some of those guys really low because I'm looking at their depth chart right now. I mean, they even have, who was a little favorite in drafts at the end of last season was Keandre Lambert-Smith also. Yep. Another one.
And he only got forced in like one or two games during the regular season, but he had really good games. So, I think that could definitely play out. Mm-hmm. I do think that they'll tackle a wide receiver in the first 2 rounds, but if they don't, it will definitely bump up a few guys really large. I think Trey Harris becomes probably like a 10th round pick at that point.
Is there anybody, any of the rookies that you like to that you would like to see drafted by the Chargers?
I continue to say, at least from a fantasy perspective, I am going to bet on the 3rd guy drafted the most because I think all 3 of them are pretty equal talented, and I'm going to want to get the guy that you're going to get, the best value on of the 3. So I think whoever turns out to be like the 3rd guy drafted is probably going to be the one that I amp up the most. I like all 3 of their profiles. I might obviously make that determination based off of the landing spot and quarterback and offensive system that they're tied to. But I think after those three, it's a big drop off. I don't like Cooper and Concepcion as much as everybody else does. So, yeah.
Chargers have the 22nd overall draft pick right now.
I think Tyson with this injury stuff that's going on, I think he has a real. I wouldn't be shocked if like one of these guys are steaming like Concepcion or Cooper Jr. don't jump over him, and someone takes over because people are afraid of this injury. And I think that'd be dumb. And I think he would be a really good pick there late, hopefully.
Yeah. Ooh, a little bit of a QB run. Don't let them peer pressure you, Charlene.
Oh, I got sniped.
Oh, man.
Again. What is happening?
9th round. Let's see. You and 7 are the only two without quarterbacks. Again,
I know.
Don't bow to peer pressure.
No, I know.
Unless you want to.
I'm doing it.
Bo Nix. There we go. She did.
I said, I was like, all right, if I don't get Purdy, I am going with Nix. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get Purdy. Just kidding. Double stacking the QB.
There's some guys you can go snag later. It's if you want to put together.
Yeah, there's some.
I'm not worried about it.
Let's see this. Here we go. I know, right? All right, Wendy. Wendy is at home. We miss her tonight. Let's see if Wendy bows to peer pressure. We're all just silently waiting.
You know, I forgot how hard it is to draft and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
Like my brain just does not want to do that.
There's a joke in there, and I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna let it. There feels like there's got to be a joke in there somewhere.
See, if you don't like your draft afterwards, you can just be like, "I was just too distracted, guys. I just,
Oh, man.
All right, Wendy, look at you, girl. 3 tight ends so far. I love it. We're in the 9th round. She picks up Hunter Henry.
Kelly would be so proud.
I know. I love it. Wendy not bowing to peer pressure either.
I'm going to get a shirt that says "Pounding the Purple." I'm going to get it made. It's a custom shirt. The logo is not going to be appropriate. It's going to be so awkward in so many ways. I'll have it. I'm going to get it made by next episode.
Cannot wait to see it.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, okay. All right. I thought for a second, I thought Aunt Sandy took Dallas Goedert for a second. And I was like, "Ooh, look at you with the tight end, QB, and wide receiver."
Oh yeah, that would. But maybe got sniped.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my Aunt Sandy's 2nd year in the tournament.
Yay. Yeah, I got double sniped at QB. So I had all these stack possibilities that I was working with, and it's like Stafford. Cool, I could get Stafford. Nope. Okay, it's fine. I got Purdy. Nope.
Where did Stafford go?
Right before Purdy.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay, now I see it.
Yeah, I was like, I should at least get one of the two, and then I didn't get either one. So
don't worry, you still have studs like Daniel Jones and Tua.
Yeah.
So you'll be fine. I'm not even gonna try to say his last name.
Not gonna work here anymore.
You still have those studs.
Guys, we have got let's see what spot. Bethany is our number 6 drafter. I'm gonna bring her on right now. What's up, Bethany? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. I live in Chicago. It's very cold and windy today, and we had a race. It is the 45th Shamrock Shuffle.
Oh my gosh.
I was able to complete that despite falling on a carpet on a bridge.
Oh my God.
We have these bridges all over Chicago, and the grate kind of stuff on there.
Oh no!
But
So
in
they put
order for
carpets
the
on that?
runners not to have to like step on that gratesy
Wow,
stuff,
that's
which you're
really
not really
smart.
gonna fall, but it's hard. But I fell anyway on the rug and just sprawled out, and everybody's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine." Before I even got up, I'm like, "Don't worry." And I just kept running.
Not anything. All right, Bethany. I see you are a Duke fan. You got some Blue Devil stuff back there.
Yes,
we're a happy bunch, are we? I'm also big Blue Devil
Duke.
fan over
You're
here.
a Duke
That's
fan?
right.
All right, Stacey.
Yeah, absolutely. Go Devils.
I have been cheering for Duke basketball since I was a kid.
Me too.
What's the probability? 3 out of 4 people I can tell.
I don't know, Louis.
Louis, that you're not
a
because you're
fan?
silent.
No, I am definitely not. I'm definitely not. But I, I come from a small. Buffalo is not a big college town, so our closest was Syracuse, and that was fun in the Carmelo Anthony days, and then it's just been really bad since. And I have too many fantasy football teams to focus on college basketball these days.
Yeah.
But Syracuse is at least in the ACC now with Duke, so
yeah. Duke is not my number 1 team. Duke is my number 2 team, but my number 1 team hasn't been very good for quite a while now, so it's okay.
Who's your number 1 team?
Stanford.
Okay, the trees.
Also in the ACC.
Yeah, I'm gonna be salty about the disbanding of the Pac-10/12 for a very long time to come. So
yeah, as Jorge correctly points out, Jerry McNamara is the new head coach of Syracuse.
Yeah, our boy Jerry Mack got hired today.
Yeah, he was coaching at Siena, I think, right? Is that who Duke beat in the first
it was
half?
Siena. Yeah, Siena.
Yes.
It was pretty heavily rumored, but glad they got that done. And I don't know like how good of a hire it is, but it will give them some leeway on bad seasons because he's like a legend there.
Yeah. What's so wild to me was like watching. There you go. All right. Baker goes. Oh wait, I thought that was you, Charlene. I was like, wow,
nope.
double.
No, that's me.
I've
got my Tampa Bay legacy building here.
No, see, look, you've got Godwin and now Baker. That's nice. That's fine.
And I have Bucky Irving up above.
Oh yeah, you do. Look at you. Is that now?
Is that a stack? And now I'm gonna lay off the Tampa Bay.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Addison. I love Addison going in the 10th there. So Kim was wondering when Tyson would go. What round did he go in? I just saw him, right?
They're in the 10th.
Yeah.
Early 10.
Yes. Yeah, to team 9. Yep.
Yeah, I think he's becoming a value. I mean, I'm very much the guy that whoever we've been talking about for a really long time that is really good at football because we watched them be really good at football for a really long time. And then things like injuries and the combine get here and it pushes them back. Like those are the players I want to attack all the time. And, he's going at a 2-round discount from when he started, like in tournaments like the big board. Yeah, I'll jump on that value all time for a player that I think is good.
Yeah. Bethany, what's been your favorite pick so far?
Oh, I don't play favorites. What do I have? I've never drafted Kyle Pitts before, and I've been watching people so sad every year when they do, until last year at the end, and everybody was like, "Why did I give up?" And so now I'm like, maybe it's the time to not give up, and there you go. But I'm gonna need another tight end at some point.
I thought you were going to say, and that you wanted to join with all of those people and be so sad that they took Kyle Pitts.
No, I don't want to be sad. But Wendy did snipe my Travis Kelce. I wasn't really thinking to take him, but my dog's name is Kelsey.
Is it for Travis Kelce?
Yeah. Here,
Oh,
Kelsey, can you say hi? Kels, pop up. There he is.
Kelsey's like, excuse me.
I woke him up. He just had a surgery 7 weeks ago. On both his back legs. He's not supposed to be on the couch, but
Oh,
I said he should come in here, and he jumped right up. And I'm like, I guess your legs are strong.
That's probably what we're going to say about Travis Kelce this season. We're like, well, I guess he's still strong.
Yeah.
I wish anybody would say that about me anytime. Anytime. Just please. Just still, I'll take it. Sure. As long that statement presents the fact that I was strong at one time, I will absolutely take it.
Louis, can you still jump up on the couch?
I have 2 bad legs too, and it's a struggle sometimes.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys, going into the 11th, Blake Corum, Wan'Dale Robinson. Do we like Wan'Dale Robinson in Tennessee? Do we like that move?
I absolutely love it. To me, I'm betting on the Titans a lot here this year, and that's all based off of Brian Daboll. I think I probably said that a couple of times, but I think he's a great offensive mind. I think he's going to really get them. I wasn't a big Cam Ward fan. I think if anybody's going to get anything out of him, though, it's going to be Daboll. I think his offense gets something out of it, and I think Wan'Dale knows how to get open. So I really love everything about that offense, and I'm excited to see how the draft plays out for running back for them, because I could be eating up some really good Tajay Spears value all off season like I have, because I think that they might avoid running back at least early, and Spears might keep a decent role.
I like that they went with Robert Saleh, and then, say what you want about the Jets and that whole situation, but like, he's a great defensive coach. And then like, now you've got Daboll there, and like, that just seems like a good pairing, like they bring the best from both sides of the ball.
Louis, how do you feel about the Titans rebranding to be more like the Oilers stuff? Do you care about that?
I saw that. I think it's cool. I mean, I'm very much, everything to me is about nostalgia. My whole life is based off of nostalgia. So I think anything that reminds me of being a kid. Surprisingly, don't like either of my parents, but anything that reminds me of being a kid, it's a joke. I love them. Yeah. So I like the rebrand. I wonder how people in Tennessee are handling it. Like if anybody tried to change the Bills colors for I would be like, get out of here. Like for a different city, like my whole fandom isn't anything about the football going on. It's about my city being represented. I would kind of hate if they just like changed our brand.
Well, and they're building a new stadium too, right?
Yeah, right. I think so.
When is that going to be open? You guys are building a new stadium. Are you guys going to have that stadium?
Ours is ready. Ours is ready to go. We're going to be. It's insane. We don't like. We as a community and city are very we hate everything about ourselves, and so we don't think we deserve nice things. It's going to be pretty incredible to walk into this state of the art building and be like, we don't belong here. Where's this place? These hallways don't smell like urine. We got to get out of here. Let's go back to the old place.
But now, have you gotten to go yet? Are they letting people do tours or anything?
Not yet. So the virtual tour for us season ticket holders was absolutely state of the art amazing. Where you put on goggles and saw how you would look, and it was insane. But this is I'm a guy who played Atari, so all this stuff is pretty crazy to me. But pretty soon, yeah, they're gonna have an event. They said probably midsummer to just kind of walk through the place, so we're not walking in there the first time for the game. But it's I've driven by quite a bit, and it's done. It's pretty much ready.
I have a question just because I'm curious. How does it work with your season tickets? Did you get to put a different section? How did that all
We got so lucky. So basically what they did was they bring you in and they say, here is the seats that would be your comparable seats. And we're not saying, hey, you can switch. This is what you got to take if you want your comparable seats and just switch them to that. But then the sales pitch is, or we got these fancy club seats. And I was like, we'll listen to the pitch. And they gave us the pitch. And then we go, okay, well, how much were our regular seats to do? And they were very, very similar to like what we pay now, which I was shocked by. And we were so expecting to pay so much more money, because that's what we expected, that we were like, all right, show us those club seats again. And we ended up getting club seats. So we definitely, I knew the whole sales tactic and I fell for it like hook, line, and sinker. I knew what was happening and I enjoyed it. I loved every ounce of it.
You're like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Club seats. Yes.
They were probably making bets in the break room of who was going to break me, because I walked in, they're all tough, like, hey, no sales pitch over here, guys. All right, just getting my tickets and I'm out of here. Then they were probably someone's counting dollars as I'm signing the contract. Like, got another fool.
They got an extra commission.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Bethany, is there anybody during this draft that, or not specifically even like this draft, but like just this season, that is somebody that you just have to have on your teams? And if they haven't been picked yet, don't answer that question. But
right. No, everybody good has been picked.
Fair.
Yeah, no. I kind of like, I'll just tell you some picks that I like that I was thinking about. I like Devontae Smith in Philadelphia because I'm not sure what's going to happen to AJ Brown. Like there were like the contract things. And so he might end up being the wide receiver 1 in Philadelphia. So I kind of like that pick there. He was in my queue. I don't know. Honestly, this is my first draft this season. In like these streets, people are drafting so early. But in the real world where I live, nobody drafts yet. Everybody's like, are you on crack? You have a draft before the draft.
Yes.
They don't, and I get it. I've been around it before, but it's not my habit I haven't been drafting on Underdog yet or anything like that. So
Same.
I don't have favorites really.
We have a good pick.
I'll hide in
here.
shame. I'll hide in shame.
I think we've got a mix of like not so early drafters, like, and then
I'm
like
on the clock.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Don't worry. I had somebody in my queue.
Charlene, I like your Jared Goff pick there. I think that was a total steal in that round, in round 11.
Yeah, after all the snipes.
Yep.
Said, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna seal it right now.
And Dalton Schultz, like, people forget about him, but last year, like, with everybody dealing with so many like weird injury issues with like the rookies in Houston, like they relied on him a lot. So I think people forget about him.
Yeah,
I think they just re-up. They either re-upped or restructured his contract too. So like it showed that he's in the plans at least for another year. The two younger guys there just haven't busted out, and we were all Brevin Jordan, and who's the other guy?
Hang on, I'll find it. They just gave him a 1 year extension.
Stover.
Yeah, Stover. Cade Stover.
But they I was fans of both of them, thinking that no, Dalton Schultz isn't good enough to hold them off, and here we are 3 years later, and he's holding them off, and so I wouldn't even be nervous if they drafted like a Stowers at tight end, because I don't think he would be good enough to like hurt Schultz's output this year. So yeah, I think that's a good pick.
Yeah.
Also, like a good. I know we were going to maybe talk about late round stacks. Like that's a one that I like a lot. Like if you can do Schultz, Stroud, Higgins. I know Higgins is off the board already. Stroud is too, but like I think that's something that you can start doing a little bit early, knowing because they all go in the same area like this. Like maybe starting like round 10 and just 10, 11, 12, just go back to back with those guys. I think that's a fun stack.
I'm going to remember that for next time, because that is not my usual stack that I gravitate towards. So, but I like it now that we're talking about it. Like, I think that's
Well, yeah, and it will be unique, I think, too, because they're so close in ADP. A lot of people aren't going to want to draft away from ADP on it, so I think it will be really a unique stack. So it's one that I'm trying to get late, and obviously in underdog, like tight end, it's not tight end premium, so Schultz is going a lot later, so you can spread it out a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Schultz, the number one reception leader in Houston, there 82 receptions last season.
I like it.
Yeah. Melissa gets another stack there going Chig with her Washington, with her commander stack.
And Blake Corum. No, wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, I messed that up. I can't see. The little screen on this.
I know.
It's so small. I have a giant TV here that it's also on, but that's why I keep looking back and forth.
That's why I have two screens over here. I like drafting. I know this is such a boomer take, but I like drafting on like my computer because I want to have like my draft board blown up on like one screen and I want to like have the queue up on another.
I have the same thing on both screens. I can't do like a really dual screen, and I'm drafting on my phone.
I like hearing how everybody does their drafts. Wendy is like over here, Bethany. Do you see she's telling everybody about your running, your charity. What did you know? I know what you ran today, but like what was it? Like what kind of like how far did you run today?
Oh yeah. Well, today it was an 8-kilometer race, so just 5 miles. But I run marathons also. I run for charity. And Wendy is a huge supporter of mine. She came to my like a fundraiser birthday party I had a couple years ago, and we had a 50-50 raffle. It was my 50th birthday, so play on words there. And so half was going to go to the person who won, and half was going to go to the charity. And Wendy won, and then she donated that winnings to the charity. God. So I actually raised twice as much as I would have. Have not gone to such a benevolent person. So thank you, Wendy, as always. And Stephanie has supported as well. So thank you also for being one of my donors. Yeah, I'm running New York Marathon this year.
That's awesome.
Nice.
My little flyer here.
That's so cool.
And then
that is awesome.
If you want me to send,
I was like, do you have anything you can put in the chat too?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if you have like a link.
I'm not in the actual thing anymore. Can I put it to you? I'll put it to you.
Yeah. The scampers were 25% Melissa's.
Yeah, it is 25% Melissa. I was thinking that too.
I love it.
Good for you on running.
You can put that on the chat because I had to X out of that chat or else the feedback would have been.
Oh yeah. Did you email it to me or how'd you send it?
I just put it in our studio chat.
Oh, in our studio chat. Okay, perfect. Oh yeah. Oh, what did I just do? There it is. Got it. All right, guys. So here is.
And the main goal of my fundraising is to get children sponsored. World Vision, I should say, is the largest NGO providing clean water to the developing world. And World Vision also does child sponsorship. So it will kind of tackle a community at a time and come in and get people like us to give $39 a month for however long we can to provide not only clean water, but better education, healthcare, child advocacy, food security, economic development, just things that just help. It really makes a difference. So if anybody wants to sponsor, even for a couple months, that would be amazing. I'm not running Chicago Marathon, but I'm a captain of a team there. And so I have a one-time donation page there too, which you can see, which you can get to from this.
Nice.
Anyway,
guys, that's in the chat. If you guys want to get some more information, I just put that there. It should be showing up in there now. Bethany, how many marathons have you done?
I say 3.5 because the last one I didn't finish quite. It was more than a half. I got to 23 miles and then I got on a bus because it was Tokyo Marathon. I've run all over the world, and in the Tokyo Marathon, there are these very strict cutoffs depending on the time of day and the distance. And I just sprinted to make this one cutoff, and I was the last person to slide through. They're like closing the course, and I'm like running, and then I get through, but then I just I didn't collapse like I did on the bridge today, but I had to walk, and I just the sweepers were going ahead of me, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So, oh no, I'm currently on auto draft. Did I draft something? No.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Let's see. Yes, you took Mike
Washington.
What did
I draft?
Mike Washington Jr.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. That's good.
He must have been in my queue because I still have somebody in my queue. So
yeah,
no problem.
Guys, we're in the 14th round. Kate Otten from the Bucks just goes.
All power to you though to be able to run, because Stacy, as you know, I've been back in the gym. I don't run at all. I hate running. I know you know that I've been back in the gym because I posted on social media so everybody could see it and commend me and validate me because I didn't get loved enough as a child. So I do that, obviously. But I only walk. I do weights, but I absolutely hate running. I think the last time I ran was last summer when the ice cream truck got by my house before I could get out there.
Louis, I think we have a lot in common because I also don't like my parents and I don't like running either, but I just do it for the kids.
That makes what you do even more impressive. Seriously.
Exactly.
I commend you. I'm not even joking when I tell you that's impressive.
I know that's amazing.
And I have bad knees. Do you have bad? You said you have bad knees.
I have bad everything. I'm 42 going on 60 somehow. I don't know. I lived a life.
I have bad everything except for my knees.
All right, well, let's trade something. We could talk trade.
Charlene's a big runner. Every day that we were at the expo, Charlene was out running every morning.
Oh yeah, I was training for a race. So I had to keep up with it.
I can't even imagine getting out of bed some days after the expo. To be sometimes I need a few hours to even wake up at days at the expo, and you're out there running first thing in the morning. Again, commendable.
What are you training for?
So I was at the expo. I was training for hang on, I'm on the clock. Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
At the expo, I think I was training for a sprint triathlon.
Oh.
So
amazing.
My husband and I do Mission Bay Triathlon in San Diego every October. And we do it with a bunch of friends, and that's sort of just our annual tradition. But did I start? I've done the farthest I've gone. I've done a half Ironman.
I can't imagine. I
have negative interest in ever doing a full Ironman because I have negative interest in running a marathon. So kudos to you.
I have no interest in swimming one lap or biking one block. So
no.
So right now I'm supposed to be, my training has really fallen off, but I'm supposed to be training for a Spartan race right now. So that's sometime in May. So I gotta get back on the wagon.
That's where they do all the obstacles, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Well,
is that like where they like electrocute you and stuff like that? Like, what's that one?
What?
Don't they like? Isn't there one where you have to go through some like weird like electrical thing?
Yeah, that's not Spartan.
Zaps you.
That is. So
is that just my nightmares?
Stacey, don't bring what you do on Friday nights into the chat, okay?
I am sure there's a race that decided that would be fun, but no, Spartan races don't do that. You do have to go through a muddy, they call it a mud pit. It's really more like muddy water, but you've got to go through a mud pit, and then you come up from the mud pit, and then you go into a water pit, and you have to duck under a wall and come out the other side. And this is early enough on that it's before you're like crawling in the dirt later. So you get very dirty.
That sounds gross.
But
Stacey's like me and has not gotten anywhere near one of these things when she thinks you're getting electrocuted.
Right. So I definitely did not get electrocuted. But yeah, it's a lot of, I did the sprint too. I did the short one. It was a 5K. So it was 3 miles or 3.1. But because it's just 3 miles, like with all the obstacles sprinkled in between, like you're not really running that much in between the obstacles. So the running part wasn't so bad. Honestly, the obstacles weren't that bad either. The only ones I really struggled with was I couldn't do the rope climb.
Yeah, no.
Because I couldn't get my foot wrapped around, because you're supposed to like wrap your foot around the rope and like step on your other foot and then like stand up, so you're not really pulling with your arms. But every time I tried to like loosen my foot to like slide up, the whole rope would just go with me. So I kind of gave up on that.
This is more my speed right here. Taylor said somehow her knee and back went out this morning, but she went to brunch and the mimosas and breakfast fajitas fixed it. That sounds much more my speed.
I had a friend like ask me to do one of those like obstacle things and was like, it's just, I know what you're going to say, but it's for charity. And they have these really fun obstacles to keep you motivated. I was like, keep me motivated. The cattle prod. I go, you know what motivates me? It motivates me is chicken wings. Is there going to be a fryer station at each mile marker? I'll come to that. But I am not, the obstacles does not sound motivating at all.
No.
Oh, the obstacles are fun. Minus the mud.
Minus getting like worms because you've been like dipping around in the mud.
Oh, it's like my personal nightmare. Oh my God. I got OCD. I shower 8 times a day. I would never. I'd have to bring a hose. I'd have to bring a hose with me.
Some of my teammates, just for fundraising things, will do like, I'm going to run a half marathon. And after every mile, I'm going to eat a donut. So they're eating a baker's dozen of donuts over the course of the couple 2-3 hours, whatever, that they're running the marathon. And they'll like check in at every time they're eating a donut, like, hey, we've raised $200. Hey, let me run another mile. I don't do those things.
I like that. That's my kind of motivation.
That would be a really great fantasy football punishment, right? Like you make somebody run a marathon if they lose, but they get a mile knocked off for every like donut that they eat after a mile or something.
Or just make them sign up for a marathon and train.
There you go. Yes.
Have you seen the girl that like takes a shot or like has a drink at like every mile?
What?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was watching this this chick. I guess she does this. But I'm like, that's insane. For 26 miles, like I forget being drunk. I would be dead.
Yeah, we die. Jorge just put in the chat that Andy Behrens does a half marathon where at every mile marker he has to eat something from Taco Bell. I mean, that's
God, no.
I can't even imagine. I do a lot of running.
Have the alcohol.
I do a lot of running after Taco Bell, but it is not anywhere close at a racer in a race. Tell you that right now.
Is it
one of my teammates just did this? He ran a 50-kilometer just like for fundraising. It was World Water Day this week, and so he ran to 7 different Taco Bells and had a different menu item at each one.
Oh.
And then ended up did kind of a loop back to close to his house. And he was posting live Facebook videos and like He was like, this was a mistake. I'm never doing this again. This is the best food I've had. He got some little like cinnamon crunchy, like
little dessert
little
thingy.
donut type things.
Yeah.
He said that was the best, but like
Goodness.
the crunch supreme stuff, he was like, this is not good.
I did catch Mike Golick Jr. was on Twitter the other day. Like he does like food reviews, and he was reviewing like different like tacos, like new menu items from Taco Bell that had just come out. And it was pretty great. He does a lot of those. I really enjoy seeing that stuff pop up on my feed. Like all the fun, weird food stuff that's out there. Oh, Crunchwrap Supremes, Jorge, are amazing. Like I will stand by that. Crunchwrap Supremes are delicious. I wish I knew how to make them at home.
I have a theory that anybody that a very popular opinion. I'm in the minority. I do not like Crunchwrap Supremes. Okay, so I know I'm in the minority, but I have an opinion that if anybody that does love Crunchwrap Supremes makes a lot of bad decisions when they're drunk, and outside of Crunchwrap Supremes. So I'm prejudging every single person that says that because I know that they've done some other crazy stuff at 3 o'clock.
What is it about the Crunchwrap Supreme that you don't like? We're so far off the rails right now, and I love it though. This is
yeah, we are for sure.
Oh, right. Charlene's on the clock.
I am on the clock.
On the clock.
This is your 5th to last pick. No pressure. Oh, you already picked. Good pick.
I did.
Where is he going to play this year, Charlene? Oh no, you took DK. Okay, I was looking at Brandon Ayuk who went after.
No, there were all those rumors about him going to Washington, but
I think
I don't know if that's actually happening.
I think that still probably ends up happening. I wonder if teams just at this point aren't waiting until after the draft to see how their wide receiver room ends up, and then he'll latch on to some team that just doesn't love where they're at on a 1-year show me deal.
Yeah.
Who else left? So Ayuk's is still out there. Kirk Cousins is still out there.
Debo
is still out there. Debo. Am I missing anybody?
No.
Yeah, for a hot minute there, we all thought that we were basically trading Ayuk for Debo. and then it ended up being Mike Evans. So now I'm like, well, I have no idea where Ayuk's going.
Oh, Jennings is a name we didn't say. That's
that's
a big
Jennings
name
too. Yeah,
I think he can go somewhere and be like a difference maker. So like Ayuk, obviously, who knows what you're going to get, but like Jennings, I think can go do that Keenan Allen thing last year and sign on a team late and just jump right into a good role.
Yeah. I know. Campers loves your background sound, Charlene.
What? Can you hear the birds?
It's very relaxing.
You can hear all the birds, soothing. But you couldn't hear the plane go by?
I could not hear the plane, but the birds are very soothing. It's very relaxing.
I guess.
Do you live by an airport, Stacey?
No, I don't. Charlene had a plane go over earlier.
You did?
So I live
in that beautiful backyard you're in front of. Is that a fake background, or is that your actual?
No, this is my actual backyard. Yeah, I'm in California. So.
Oh, nice.
I'm in California with our 80-degree end of winter. I don't know what's happening. But I live right under the approach path for Moffett Field, which is like an Air Force base, basically.
Okay.
So it gets very loud because we get all the F-18s and the C-130 cargo planes. Yeah, it gets, and the Blackhawks. It gets very, very loud here. Yeah, the Blackhawks shake the whole house.
That's crazy. I haven't lived that close to an airport. In Dallas, I was by the smaller airport, Love Field. Stephanie, I know you're in Frisco. Oh, she's not on to answer, but maybe she'll say in the chat.
Yeah. All right, guys, 17th round, just getting that started. I'll scroll up just a little bit. Do we have any, like, Charlene's living next to Area 51? Oh my goodness. Any particular teams besides our own that we like? I know I'm putting you guys on the clock when you're going to be drafting here in a second. Sorry.
Oh, you're talking to us?
Yeah.
I can't see. It's too small. I have to take off my glasses. Oh, is it my turn? Yes. Hang on.
Charlene, I like you went Spears there and DK after I talked up the Titans offense a little bit.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like you're listening to me.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice, but yes, no, totally, absolutely.
No, yeah, totally, just totally. It was all subconscious. It was all just subconscious. Great.
If they're terrible this year, it's Louis' fault.
There you go.
The first time in life a woman was listening to me, and there you go. You're ruining it again. Proving me wrong yet again.
I like every team better than mine. I don't know what I was doing.
What do you not like about your team, Bethany?
I don't know. It just doesn't have Jahmyr Gibbs or Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah.
Or Puka. Maybe it's because I wasn't high enough up. But the top three picks for all those teams, team two, or I guess Jennifer, Melissa number 2, and Nicolette.
Yeah.
I like those first 3 picks for all those 3 teams.
Yeah. Yeah, those are great. I mean, it's going to be hard not to see Bijan, Gibbs, and JSN, Puka. Like, I feel like that's going to be a pretty nice, like, set, like, top 4. I mean, I think Chase probably works his way in there. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who's your top 5? This is also
that's it. The 5 you just said is it for me, and like it's a clear cut break for me. Like,
yeah.
Or like, and not in this format. I think I would put McBride into that tier, but yeah, without like an underdog, it's that 5 for sure.
Do you like McBride over Bowers this year?
I do just a touch, but I think I like Bowers better. So I think that it can easily go, but I just think just playing ADP sometimes because McBride's going earlier, that I'll look for that good McBride value rather than stretching Bowers just to get more unique lineups out there. But I think they're both 1 and 1A,
Yeah. I think Bowers, like, like obviously we had so many issues in Vegas last year, but I think like they're taking steps to fix it. So hopefully, he kind of rebounds, has more like a rookie year in his 3rd year. Angie's in the chat. What's up, Angie?
Hey, Angie.
Yeah. Scamper says he likes what a lot of teams have done from the 9 spot in these drafts so far. Stephanie's AC has gone out for the 2nd time today. How hot is it in Texas?
Oh no,
that's horrible.
That is
I
terrible,
would cry.
Yeah, we can't be doing that. Let's see our team 9 build.
I like our 9.
We got Amon-Ra, Barkley, Kyron Williams, Garrett Wilson, Burrow, Waddle, Hubbard, BTJ. Yeah. In the 90s, Stephanie. Oh my God. Almost 100 in Texas. Jeez. It was really pleasant.
It's 33 here and it says windy. It's correct.
Oh no. Charlene, Bethany, what do you guys think about Waddle going to Denver?
I'm excited.
Charlene's Broncos fan.
Well, with the quarterback situation in Miami blowing up with Tua leaving and everything,
I think it's just Miami period.
Loveland I had on a team last year, and I was always very happy with them. And so when Waddle goes to Denver, what I think of is what's happening with Cortland Sutton. I'm so sorry. Those are not two players to mix up, and I did just because they start with a C. So Cortland Sutton, I don't know how he and Waddle are how that's going to play out. Like, there's not like some obvious wide receiver one within those two. I don't know.
I think that, I feel like Waddle's going to slide into that wide receiver one role. Or maybe it'll be like a 1A, 1B situation. But I do feel like Waddle sort of takes that role on. Hang on,
I tend to agree. Mm-hmm. I think Sutton becomes a value because I think he'll drop too much, but I do agree that Waddle becomes the alpha there.
Good for him, getting out.
Yeah, good for anybody that could get out of Miami for sure.
Yeah.
Well, basically the whole team at this point.
Yeah.
Poor Devon Achane or ETN. Who knows how to pronounce it? He's stuck in Miami.
I love that word. I love that we're sticking with that bit. It's great.
I think we stick with ETN no matter what he says.
Yeah. Oh man. Charlene, did you go get Pat Bryant?
I had to get a Bronco, right? I have RJ, but yeah.
Yeah. You get Bo Nix and Pat Bryant there. I like Pat Bryant.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
well, I think you guys were talking about this on during the last draft too. Is like who's the odd man out now that Waddle's there, and I think the general consensus is it's Troy Franklin. So,
yep.
Yeah, and you got Marvin Mims there too. What?
I agree.
It's enough to make it a little icky once you get past Waddle, really.
Wait, did Mims go back to the Broncos?
Wait, he's not with the Broncos? Hang on, hold on.
I think
wasn't he in New Orleans last year?
No,
Marvin Mims.
No, Marvin Mims.
Am I like totally?
Charlene, don't scare me.
Oh my god!
Like, what?
Who?
No,
wait,
but they are talking about that he will just be doing a special teams role there in Denver.
Oh, guys, we forgot about little Jordan Humphrey, obviously. Oh. All right, here we go. 19th round. Bringing it home. LaQuint Allen. There goes your boy Christian Kirk, Louis.
That's way too late for Christian Kirk.
18th round.
I've been bumping him up all the way to the 15th round until he starts going above that, and then I'll go. I literally have like 85% of Christian Kirk right now. It's insanely stupid because I was drafting him every time in the 20th, and now I'm trying to beat his rise. So I'll take him in the 15th. If he starts going over that, maybe I'll reconsider and start slowing down. But I think up until he gets up there, I'm going to keep drafting him almost every draft.
I meant to ask you guys this a minute ago when we were talking about stacks, but do you guys have like a favorite stack that you're doing this season or that you kind of really want to get in on?
Yeah, sorry, I'm
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're up. They're up, and I'm trying to let ladies go first, and then they're.
I know. I'm about to be up too. I don't have a favorite one, but I just like to try to pair players on teams together in best ball. Obviously, that's a big strategy, but I don't have any kind of favorite. It depends on who do I end up getting in the first few rounds as to who do I want to like start building on.
Yeah, I like. I've mentioned Tennessee already. I like them a lot. I think New Orleans could be a really fun offense this year that I've really jumped on a lot. I still think Jacksonville is way undervalued. I think Lawrence is going too late. I think Tootin's going too late. I think even Rodriguez later in draft is a fun backup thing because they always use two running backs. And then no one really wants it. Like, people are scared of drafting BTJ and Myers, and I don't know why. I think I would keep doing it. And even Travis Hunter, where he's going because of the cornerback thing, like I really wasn't. He can still have a big role, especially in best ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to use him somehow. You know, they're going to have, you know, plays for him. And Bethany, you got him in the 15th round, so you know you're not relying on him to start every week, which is exactly why you're drafting him that late. But he can, I mean, I'm sure he'll come in and be able to produce a little bit for you, you know, and like in games and that kind of thing, like where you're going to need him and like bye week fill-ins and that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think you might have talked me into the New Orleans one now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. I think that's going to be fun. I mean, I pick Olave a lot where he is because I really like him, but I like those top 3 rookies, and I think one of them goes there. And then I like Vele later. I like Juwan later. So they're a fun stack too.
I want to look up. I want to see what Tyler Shuck's final numbers were.
They were last half of the season. He was like a top 10 fantasy quarterback.
All right, I'm gonna mess around with my numbers. I'm gonna go from week 10 to week 18.
I hope I'm somewhat close in that I didn't just say that all confidently and then he was like quarterback 25th. I said that pretty confidently. I didn't know you were gonna fact check me like a lawyer.
No, I'm gonna hang on. Let's see. Where did he go?
It seemed to trend upward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fact check you after you do it.
Yeah, so he was averaging 21 points per game. Oh wait, no, that's not the average. Hang on. I'm looking at the wrong column. Just a second. No, you're right there. Yeah. No, I see him now.
What was he in the last like 8 weeks? Were you able to do that? Were you able to do like bye week?
Let me do last 8 weeks. Hang on.
I got it. You
got it? Okay.
I got it.
There it is. Yeah, top 10
yeah.
in the last 8 weeks of the season.
Woo, man.
Look at that.
I was scared.
So who do you want to pair with him? Olave and
Olave for sure, but I like that's a team that I'll try to get like 2 of those rookie wide receivers to up my chances of one of them going there, because I do think that's so like those they go really close together, those rookie wide receivers. I just try to go back to back with 2 of them usually when I have an Olave team. And then Juwan and Vele's free. If they do for some reason avoid a first round wide receiver, he gains a lot of value. And then if they do, he's still a strong 3. So I think in 20th round, he's fine. And then Juwan Johnson, especially in this format, I think is a great pick.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about him, Charlene, right? On the waiver show, like every week we're talking about Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Last pick.
Here we go.
Tennessee.
All right, guys. Oh, I like that Torrey. I know that was an auto draft pick, but I like that Torrey Horton pick in the last. He was the one that we couldn't shut up about on the waiver show either, or also.
Yeah, I think he's going as decent value, and I don't necessarily think that they're going to waste a draft pick, or at least an early pick on wide receiver. No. So I think he avoids that competition.
More competition, yeah. Who? Check that real quick and see who else is still there.
They have Shaheed, JSN, and Cup's a UFA, but they're saying that he might go back.
Oh, Jake Bobo.
Don't. I mean, whatever. Somehow Jake Bobo always has like a 3 touchdown game every year. I just don't know how it happens. Just like it's a random like game, if you know the 4 o'clock late game, and you just turn on, you're like, how is Jake Bobo, dude? How is he alive? I thought he's been dead for 3 years.
He's great for baseball.
Yeah.
Cup is still signed there. So
yeah, he's still.
So I wonder if that's not
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh, Melissa, that was a steal. I love it. I love that.
I have a Justin Fields jersey because Chicago.
Yeah.
And then a lot of us have some here, and then we can't ever wear them.
I have a Russell Wilson Denver Broncos jersey. So
oh yeah, that is like a unique find.
can't pay someone to take that off my hands.
Well, Duke is playing St. John's next Friday.
All right. Okay, good.
Majority of us
good.
So I can make sure I won't miss it. All right. Go Devils. Charlene, Bethany, I want you guys tell me your favorite pick from both of your teams.
My favorite pick. Let's see.
You go first, Charlene.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Jonathan
Brooks. I can go.
Okay.
I think Baker Mayfield is my favorite because I was like, hey, he's an okay quarterback, and I have that Bucky Irving and whoever else I had.
Godwin.
Yeah. So I was like, I could just kind of make that stack without, he was just sitting there, all the quarterbacks. So that's my favorite.
Love it. Charlene, what's your favorite pick from your draft?
Mine is probably David Montgomery in the 6th.
Yeah.
I think I got some good value with that one. I was pretty happy about that. So, and that wasn't one where I got sniped and then pivoted. That was literally just my
everything went according to plan.
Right. That was the pick where everything went according to plan.
Those are the best. Those are the best. Guys, thank you so much for everybody who drafted with us tonight. Everybody who's jumping in the chat. That was so much fun. Bethany, thank you for joining us. Guys, make sure to take a look in the chat. We've got the link there for Bethany for her charity that you can go check that out and make sure to help support. And Charlene, tell everybody where they can find you and what you're up to these days.
I'm not really on Twitter much that more, but you can find me there at Chowbella1981. Otherwise, I am sweating glitter 24/7 or some combination thereof everywhere else. Kind of just living parenthood currently, easing my way back into the fantasy world. This was my first draft to kick it all off again, and I'll probably be making content here shortly again.
Yeah, nice. Louis, tell everyone where they can find you and what's coming up on the Nerds this week.
Well, you always do this to me. Like you give me so much credit. Like I prepare before an hour before the show. So I do appreciate that. But I will tell you, there will be a lot of dumb things that I say. And we will have a lot of fun like we always do. Me, Ellie Brady, and Ryan Mira. That's 9:00 on Wednesdays at No Nerds. And then you can find me at FF_Louis G.
Nice. Guys, I'm at Stacy_Perez83. Make sure to give us a like, a subscribe, a follow so you can get notifications when we are live. And don't forget that our next draft is going to be this Wednesday. We've got the Amy Trask division going. And we've got one more on the 30th, March 30th. That is going to be the Cynthia Freeland division. And don't forget, if you have anybody who wants to play that's not already signed up, I'm looking for 4 more to start an 8th division. So let us know, guys. We will be back in a few days. So I hope everybody had a great night. Don't let the Sunday scaries get you down. Just, go out and do a draft. It'll make everything a lot better.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody. Bye.